Hey, what's up, you guys? I just got back from the weekend. I was home for the weekend for a very hectic, family-filled weekend. But while I was home, I did a little bit of shopping, so I thought I would show you some of the things that I picked up over the weekend. I'm just like making sure I have everything because I used a lot of it today. I went to Sephora, Ulta, and then Walmart for like one item. So I guess I'll just get the Walmart item out of the way because it's really not that exciting. I picked up another Maybelline Clean Express makeup remover. This is my favorite. I have tried the Neutrogena one, but it's just not as good as the Maybelline one, in my opinion. So I picked up another bottle of this. Okay, so now it's time for the fun makeup stuff. So first off, when I went to Ulta, actually no, I'll start with Sephora because I only got like 2 items from there. So the first thing is an Urban Decay single shadow. I do have an Urban Decay palette that you can depot the singles in and like put them in the palette, but I don't have that palette with me, so I just have the single. And this is in the color Sidecar. I'm actually wearing it on my lids today. Um, and this is what, if I can hold on to something, this is what the packaging looks like. I just think it's really sleek, and I like the design of the Urban Decay packaging. I like the fact that to depot it, you just have to pop out the bottom. So you just basically pop it out like that. Boom, depotted. Okay, but the color is what we're really excited about, right? If I can pop it back in, that would be great. Haha, there we go. Okay, so this is what the color looks like. It's just a really pretty shimmery, kind of like light brown shade. Looks like this. It's what I have on my lids today. I just think it's so gorgeous, and I think it'll go so great with either some shades from the Naked 2 Basics palette, or even with this MAC Sweet Heat shadow. But today I'm wearing it in, look at how pretty that is. Oh, so pigmented, adorable. I love it. Today I'm wearing it with shades from the Chocolate Bar palette. I just think it's really a versatile shade. The next thing that I got at Sephora, or the only other thing I got, is a lip tar. I've never owned a lip tar before, but this color really intrigued me, and I actually really like it. I'm not wearing it on my lips right now, but I did try it on this morning. This is the lip tar in Lydia. I have to play around with it some more. I was really, like, perplexed by the fact that it wasn't super matte, and I thought that's what lip tars mostly were. So I do have to play around with it, but this is the color. It's just a very light, kind of mauvey purple shade. I'll put a little bit on my hand. But it's really kind of like liquidy, and I don't know why that is. That's what it looks like on the hand, and then just kind of blended in like that's the color there. And I just think it's such a pretty color for fall. It's purple enough that it's kind of like unique, but then at the same time it's like a wearable shade, I think. So picked up this lip tar in Lydia. And then when I was at Sephora, I redeemed some of my points to get a perfume sample. This is the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet perfume sample. I can already tell you I'm in love with it. So it comes in this cute little box, and then you pull it out, and how cute is that? It's so cute and small and tiny. But I love this scent. Ugh, it just smells so like clean and girly and florally, and I just love it so much. I can already tell you that probably during the VIB sale I might pick up at least a roller ball of this scent because I just love it so much. And I just thought it was cute. I think this was a 250 point perk or something, so I grabbed that. So then I went to Ulta, and the main reason I went to Ulta was because I wanted to get this holiday set. This is the Tarte, what is this called? Chic to Cheek Amazonian Clay blush set. I have never tried a Tarte Amazonian Clay blush. I know that people always rave about it, and I know that they're really good, but I've never actually had one of my own, so I thought that this gift set would be like really nice to kind of try a variety of colors, and because the packaging on the blushes themselves are just really pretty. So you get 4 shades in here. This was $35, by the way, which I think is comparable because I believe a blush singular is about like $20, maybe. I could be wrong. So you get 4 for the price of almost 1. So you get 4 shades. The first, let me pop these out. I did play with them a little bit. I haven't worn them on my cheeks, but I did swatch them. I just put it back in this container for this video. So the first shade here is called Amour. Look at the pretty packaging on here. Oh, I love it. So the first shade is called Amour, and this is just like that. Let me see if it has a description. This is just considered a rosy pink shade. So there's that one, kind of lightly swatched. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's considered a rosy pink. I'll swatch it on my hand so you can see. And then the next one is called Classic, which looks like this. It's got kind of more of like an orangey packaging. And this is considered a candy pink. So it looks like that. And then swatched. I think this is going to be one of my favorite shades. It's like a kind of a peachy pink, I'd say. So this is Amour. This is the one that I swatched before, and then the one underneath it is Classic. The next one is called Prim. This is another one that I think is going to be a favorite of mine. This has just got like a beigey brown packaging, and this is considered an apricot pink. And this is just a really, like, this reminds me of Rockateur. So that's why I really think that I'm going to enjoy this one. That's that right there. I don't know if you can see it. And then the last one is called Daydream, which is considered a plum nude. So it looks like that. That's what it looks like on the finger swatch. And then on the wrist, it's that darkest one there. So I just think all in all, these are really pretty shades and just a really nice way to get accustomed with Tarte blushes. So they're really nice. And each blush is about 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces. So it's not like the size of a complete blush, but I think that it'll last, you know, a decent amount of time. Plus, I'm always switching up on my blushes, so it's rare that I ever, like, use up a blush. So we have those. And then I picked up the Real Techniques setting brush. I used it today, that's why it's kind of just, like, in the packaging. I love Real Techniques brushes. I was between this and the big fluffy powder brush that I wanted to get. But I decided on the setting brush because I really don't have any brushes quite like this one. It's a really, like, small brush, and it's perfect for, like, the under eye area, like, for setting your concealer. I'm going to probably use it as more of a highlighting brush, because the one I use now is really big. This is the one I use now. This is the e.l.f. blush brush. And while it is nice to apply the highlight, I just think it's more precise placement of the highlight if you use a smaller brush. So that's mainly what I got this brush for, as well as, you know, probably using it for under eye concealer. But I got a highlighter with this, and I'm so excited. I used it today. It's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Rose Gold. I've never had a Becca powder, but I've heard so much about it. And when I found out that there is a rose gold color, you best believe I was all about that shade. So this is what the packaging looks like. I don't know if you've ever seen a Becca packaging. It was between this one and Opal, but they didn't have Opal. Like, they were out of stock, so I went with the rose gold. It's so pretty. Oh, I don't even know if this is like, you know how they have shades that are more specific for certain skin types? I don't even know. I was just in awe of anything rose gold. So it's a really soft powder. You don't even really need to press in at all to get a good, like, coverage of it. So that's what it looks like there. I don't know if you can really see, but I'll swatch it for you. It's right here. It's so pretty, and I'm in love with it. I've used it once on my face, and I'm just like, oh, so good. And of course I used it with this blush, and used it with this brush, and I kind of just like carried it around here. I kind of did put some under the under eye, you know, down the nose a little bit. Like, it's just a very precise brush for applying highlight, which I really like. And then the last thing that I got at Ulta was a free sample. I was supposed to get a free, like, maracuja oil sample with the Tarte blushes, but they were all out of that sample, so they gave me a blush from Pure Minerals. And this is the Marble Powder in pink. So it says you can sweep this over the eyes, lips, or cheeks with the appropriate brush. I don't know why you'd want to put this on your lips. I could maybe see it as an eyeshadow, but I don't know why you'd want this on your lips. But it looks like that. And this is just the shade pink. I've never tried anything from Pure Minerals before. I'm just going to get a swatch of that. It is really pretty. I mean, it's a pretty blush. There's it on my wrist. I don't know if you can see. It's a pretty color. It's a pretty color. For a free sample, I mean, I'm all about it. And this is about 2.8 grams. So actually, this has more product in it than this, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like the total weight of the whole compact or just the little blush. But according to this, actually, yeah, this does have more product in it, according to the ounces, or the grams, whatever. Either way, the sample has more product than the blush. That's so weird. So yeah, that's what I picked up, like, actually bought. But I did want to bring attention to some things that I brought back with me from my stuff that I left at home. I brought back 2 palettes, and I'm so excited about it. So I have the Comfort Zone palette, which I barely ever used, but I saw a tutorial on that girl Shay XO channel using the Comfort Zone palette, and I was like, I need to bring my palette back, so maybe I can redo that tutorial. And then I also brought back this really pretty palette, and when I first got it, I wasn't really, like, that big of a fan of it. Like, I hardly used it because the colors are so pigmented and, like, so jam-packed with color that it was hard to work with. But now, I used it on Saturday, I believe, and the colors are so pretty. This is the Sonia Kashuk Jewel of an Eye palette, and this was limited edition to last year. But they're just a bunch of really pretty jewel tones. As you can kind of maybe see, I've been loving this shade here specifically. That's the color that I've been using the most. It's just a really pretty, like, jewel tone coppery brown. But these colors are so pretty, so I do want to, you know, maybe do something with this palette as well. So that's not really, I didn't really buy these palettes over the weekend, but I'm, like, rediscovering my love for them, so it is kind of haul-worthy, I guess. So yeah, those are all the things that I picked up this weekend, aside from 2 pairs of jeans that I really don't think are worth showing. So yeah, let me know down below what you have hauled recently, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!